What's up, everyone? Hope you're having a great day. My name is Monstur, and yes, I grew a mustache. Anyway, but I know my mom's watching right now. I just want to say this mustache is part of me. This is not a phase, Mom. I've told you this multiple times. I love this mustache, and it's great. That's not the point of this video. Alright, what's up, guys? Hope you're having a great day. As you can tell, I grew a mustache, just having fun with it kind of thing. But I wanted to give a quick shout out to myself and just say, if you're not following me on Instagram, I know a lot of you guys have followed me on Instagram and have talked to me. So go ahead and follow me on Instagram. I love chatting with my subscribers and just saying what's up and seeing what's going on. You guys are always interesting to talk to because I love getting a feedback of how I'm doing. But yeah, so go follow me on Instagram. My handle's right here. And if you're not subscribed already, then make sure you hit that subscribe button and that notification bell. And yeah, you're going to have so much fun with me. That sounded wrong. I'm sorry. The video we're reacting to today is called Strange Video Games I Played as a Kid. Now, when I was a child, I played a lot of video games. I played a lot of games on the DS. I mean, like, when I say a lot, I'm not saying like a couple games. I mean, I played every DS game there was. I love DS, and I still enjoy sometimes finding my old DS and putting in games and playing. And I actually need to get a new Switch, a Nintendo Switch, because I need to get into playing Switch. But anyway, I used to play a lot of weird video games. Some of my favorite games were Pokemon. If you know me already, you know I love Pokemon. And Mario was always a classic, always a favorite. So yeah, I played a lot of strange video games as a kid. Well, I guess Mario and Pokemon aren't that strange. But I guess on other video games I played a lot of Nintendogs. I think I actually still have Nintendogs, the video game. I need to go check that and maybe make sure my doggies aren't dead. Anyway, so today we're watching by Jaiden Animations Strange Video Games I Played as a Kid, and I'm very excited to get into this reaction. So let's dive into it, and make sure you hit that like button and leave a comment how I did. All right, let's dive into it. Oh yeah. Powerpuff Girls.
No, that door is not locked. I watched that woman just waltz right through. Let me in right now, or I swear to— As a kid, my first video game experience was when my parents got me a Game Boy Advance when I was 5. I would lay on the couch sideways to be under the lamp so I could actually see the game, because otherwise it was like playing nothing. My parents eventually got me that big bulky light add-on so I wouldn't have to look like a moth whenever I wanted to play Super Circuit. Those are classic childhood days I look back on fondly. It's weird how technology was so good, but also straight up crap. You can't see the games because the screen is too dark? I don't know, here's a tiny light bulb. I played mainstream games like Pokemon and Mario and Kirby, but my parents also got me really random games they probably just found in the clearance bin at the store, which made for a mix of some interesting gaming experiences. And I kinda wanted to relive the glory days and see if the games actually were like I remember.
Okay, so before we dive any further into this, I was recently at an antique shop, like a modernized antique shop, a lot of 70s and 80s games, and I saw N64, a couple N64s, and the game Smash Bros. On N64. So I'm thinking about getting that, and I want to get y'all's opinion, so tell me down below if I should get that. It's a really, really awesome game, and I love the N64, and I want to get that game and play it with friends and stuff, so let me know if I should get that and do some streaming on it. Anyway, back to the video. That just put up like reminders in my head. I don't know why. Anyway, let's keep going.
So I replayed a bunch of them, and here's what happened.
Game Boy.
First game, Powerpuff Girls Battle Hymn for the Game Boy Color.
I didn't have that one.
I didn't have a Game Boy Color, so I got to play it on my Game Boy Advance SP with half the cartridge taken out. I also don't remember being able to get past the first stage and just replay the first screen all the time. Granted, as a kid, I loved the feeling of starting a new game and would always restart a Pokemon file because I liked the clean slate feeling. So I was like, maybe I never got too far because of similar reasoning. No, not the case. This game can go die in a hole. I love it. It's my childhood. But oh my god, someone could hit all of them with a hammer, and I would not be sad. You play as Bubbles, which, may I mention, looks weirdly buff. Even as...
Okay, hold on. So the game for me on this, like what she's comparing it to, I used to have a Lilo and Stitch Game Boy game that I played on my Game Boy. That game was ridiculously hard for some reason. It was just insanely hard. I could never get past like one level and just got stuck there. And I was just like, man, this game sucks. But like I enjoyed playing it just because I was Stitch. And like I just love being Stitch. Anyway, back to the video. That had nothing to do with that. But it was kind of like relating back. I don't know. Anyway, back to the video.
As a kid, I was like, is this Bubbles a man? You fly around and collect, like, everything. There's so many collectibles, and I don't know what any of them do. Rings, trading cards, plutonium, hearts, phones, people. But it's almost impossible, because the flying mechanics are like trying to control melting butter over a saucepan.
I feel that.
The whole game is an ice level in the sky! There's also criminals afoot, and they're ready to fight you. You can beat them up, but I also like how if you just walk past them, they'll square up, and then just go, meh, whatever. This guy just straight up has a gun. Alright, who gave the nerd a gun? Ow! Ow! Stop! Ow! Stop! Also, what the heck is that?
It's a
is
fish.
Is he hitting me?
I'm just
I don't
kidding.
think he's hitting me.
I have no idea.
I think he's just spinning angrily. Anyway, this game is bullcrap. The levels are huge and way too open for the screen size,
I feel
so
that.
you get lost. Moving around is a nightmare.
Poison,
Things
no
you
doubt.
need to do to progress are cryptic as heck. The first level, you've got to find a key after rescuing Miss Bellum. Where's the key? Under a secret cave that's almost invisible and hard to get to. That's not level 1 material. Oh, why wouldn't you want to explore the area and find it on your own? Because the controls are garbage, and I'm honestly just trying to survive. I stopped playing after getting halfway through the second area because it's all way too difficult to figure out without a guide. I watched
never
this
had
guy
that game.
stream the game to see if I was just being an idiot with video games, and he wasn't having much different of an experience, so I felt better about myself after that. Next game, SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom.
Yo, I had that game. Oh, that was a great game for me. I love this SpongeBob Battle of Bikini Bottom because like I would play that game and it was for me. I just had fun on it. I mean, I don't remember playing it that much. I played it one time in the I think it was at Eye Doctors, and I played that game so much. Oh, it was a great game for me at least. I know it kind of sucked at the same time. I get that anyway.
As a kid, I remember really liking this game, probably because SpongeBob was my favorite
love
TV
SpongeBob.
show, so I was excited to revisit it. I was shot down real quick. This game's a platformer with a pretty simple plot. Plankton made a bunch of robots to
That's
steal
right,
a Krabby
yep.
Patty formula, but forgot to set the obey Plankton lever to on. And why bother just flipping it to obey when it's already down anyway? So now there's robots all
Yeah,
over the
there were
place,
robots. I
not
forgot
obeying
about that.
anyone. And SpongeBob needs to do something about it because Mr. Krabs says they're scaring away me customers. But the thing is, the robots are kind of harmless. They just ponder around and do nothing
Yeah, that's the game
necessarily
right there.
evil. Even
I
when you
remember playing
bump
this
into
in the
them,
Eye
they're like,
Doctors.
oh, pardon me. This robot can't harm you. This big guy wouldn't hurt a fly. This one takes you to where you need to go. I don't see much of an issue here other than the fact there's just robots walking around. What
Mario.
was that? Does someone have a gun? Oh my god, this one's just a bazooka! So the majority of the enemies in the game aren't enemies. They're more just objects slash platforms
Yeah, I
to help you
remember
get
that.
to the end of the level. But the thing about this game is that someone put the gravity to like 300%. SpongeBob can't jump high or far enough to cover almost any ground, so most of the time you have to redo a
Yeah, I
bunch
would
of
always
stuff
fall at one
because if you
point.
don't wait until the last little
Remember
pixel
that.
of the platform, then you ain't making that jump. It's so
That was me.
tedious and adds a bunch of frustration to the game. Not to mention the robots you're supposed to jump or stand on move so slow, and most of the time when you get to them, they're moving the opposite direction.
Yeah,
so
I
you have
remember that.
to
It
wait
was
for them to
annoying. I
slowly
would just sit
float
there and
all the
wait.
way back to you a decade later, only
sit
for
there
you
waiting for the
to
doc to
miss
come out
the
and play this
jump
game.
because the gravity is bricks. I played through the whole game, and the amount of times I died because I couldn't see the next platform.
I literally in this game, I remember playing it. You had to wait till the robot was like right at your level. Like you could not take that risk and fall because that gravity was way off, and you just down on the ground. So yeah, I remember playing this game. I enjoyed it personally. I had a lot of fun playing this game.
or had to take leaps of faith, or even just got hit with bullets out of nowhere was torture. Just move the camera. You're making me dizzy. Zoom the camera. I don't know where I can't. Oh my god! I thought the boss levels were decent. They're probably the easiest parts of the game, though. The Patrick robot was horrifying, and I don't want to see it ever again. I love this game. I have great memories
Yeah, I
playing
do
it like
too.
13 years ago, but right now, it's dead. Great game. I played it a
I don't know what
bunch as a
happened to it.
kid.
Mine I got rid
It
of,
can
I
burn
think.
in a ditch. Moving on to Barbie
No, I
groovy
did not
games.
have this
I
game.
know, it sounds weird.
my sister
Jaiden,
might have
why
this
did you
game.
have a Barbie game? Were you super girly as a kid? No, I wasn't. My parents just gave it to me, and I played it because what else else was I
feel
gonna
that.
do?
That was like me
Not
and
play it. Unlike the other games
that
I've
game
talked
called?
about
Cooking-
so far,
Cooking
this one's
Masters or
just a
something?
bunch of Barbie-themed mini games. Tic-tac-toe, draughts, which is a fancy word for saying checkers. This weird horse racing version of Hangman, Connect 4. Fun fact about me, I will always lose at Connect 4. I think what happens is I just get too focused on what I'm doing to notice the other person winning. I suck at Connect 4 and I'm proud. There's a bunch of other games on there, some suck more than others, but the one I remember the most as a kid was Barbie's version of Snake. Conga
Oh,
line.
okay.
I'm not joking. They took Snake and were like, but what if instead of a snake eating apples, it's a bunch of Barbies dancing in a conga line, and they can like pick up Barbies along the way
What
to
is
make a
going
longer
on?
line.
This is a weird game. I never played
love this game. It's stupid and hilarious, and I can't get enough of it. Look at those moves. They are having the time of their life in this bedroom, I think. Also, when you miss one of the girls, it becomes a weird, like, cult dance. Imagine that
That's
scenario
hilarious.
right there in real life. That's terrifying, and I want it to be real. So the Barbie game was pretty fun. I lost at most of the other games against Teresa, but we don't need to talk about that. It's one of those pick up and put down wherever you want
feel.
kind of games, and I understand why I liked it as a kid. Finally, we've gotten to the last
Alright, let's see what this
game.
is.
This one's a bit different because it's a plug and play game. I had a couple of these as a kid. The SpongeBob plug and play and the Nicktoons
remember
plug
that.
and play. And also the Disney one, but I didn't like that one as much. The
I
Nicktoons
remember
plug and play
playing
was
that. I
my
actually
favorite
had
as a
that
kid,
too.
so I wanted to replay that one. There's a Fairly Odd Parents game
Yep,
that's
I
kind
played
of
that
just
game.
Pac-Man, Jimmy Neutron game with ladders and
I
aliens.
remember that too.
It's alright. A SpongeBob board game thing you can
I
play with friends. But
slightly
the games
remember that
that I
one.
wanted to talk about are the Rocket Power one and the other SpongeBob game.
I loved Rocket Power. Rocket Power was like my TV show back in the day. I used to watch that show all the time. Like, ugh, I love Rocket Power. That game, when did it go off? It went off like when I was young. Remember that? But Rocket Power was so much fun. I love the show. Some people don't like it, but personally for me, I used to watch that show every night before I went to bed. So, yeah, I was that kid.
There's two, and this is the better one. I loved the Rocket Power one, and would mainly play the plug and play just for this game specifically. It's basically a top-down scroll game where you
Yeah, I
avoid
remember that.
obstacles,
I
go
used to
through
play that.
flags, and grab collectibles for points. But that wasn't my favorite aspect of the game. I liked this part. You get points from jumping and literally demolishing other skateboarders. My 7-year-old self would go out of my way every level to destroy as many other children
Jeez.
as possible. I didn't care how much it slowed down my time. That was not my objective here. Overall, 10 out of 10 game, entertained me for years. The objective of the SpongeBob game was to shoot Krabby Patties into the mouths of everyone
Oh, I
in
do remember
town
that,
and
actually.
grab the money they toss on the ground. I mean, it's not conventional, but I guess there's nothing particularly wrong with that business exchange. Everyone just
Yeah, I
wants a
remember
Krabby
playing
Patty,
this.
so as long as you don't run out of patties,
That
you
was-
can kinda
that was
just
actually a
shoot
fun
them
game.
at
I
whoever-
wasn't that good at it.
Jeez, sorry about that, man. I didn't. Alright, besides that guy, you can just shoot them at. Oh no! Is that kid dead? What happened there? I mean, he looked not too upset about the fact I just popped his balloon while he was dangling 15 feet in
Oof.
the air. I guess
think the
the
kid's
world
dead.
moves on. I'll just not think about it and keep doing this Krabby Patty stuff. Alright, cool. It didn't hinder me at all in the end. It was for the greater good.
Nice.
Another 10 out of 10 game. That was my nostalgic trip down
Brought
weird
back a lot of
video
memories
game
for me.
lane. It was surprisingly fun and also not fun to revisit these old games. Opening them up again and seeing the graphics and hearing the music gave me immediate flashbacks to when I played them 15 plus
I feel
years
that.
ago. But also trying to actually beat them made me want to never play them ever again and kind of tainted the illusion they were good and fun games. Looking at you, Powerpuff Girls and Battle for Bikini Bottom. Did I have fun? Yes. Alright, I actually think I had more frustrated hours than fun hours. But did I have at least a
Yeah,
little fun?
I did too.
Yes. The ratio doesn't matter. That much. Should you do this?
Yes.
I don't care. This was a fun video to make. Not because I got to play video games for it, but because I got to show how much of
I
a
feel
gamer
that.
I am. It's pretty
I used to play a
impressive
lot of
how
games when I was
gamer
younger.
am.
I love
Anyway,
video games,
it was a
like
bit
especially
different of a
DS
video.
games and
I've been
Game Boy
wanting
games.
to see what else I can do with videos lately and explore a bit. So if you like this one and it does well,
Hey,
maybe
go
I'll
subscribe
check
to her.
out
She's
some more.
cool.
Also,
Very
I
cool.
wanted to mention again, if you wanted to see James, Dom, Ross, Aaron, and me drawing it up on in Scribble Showdown. Tickets are still on sale on the website, and we'll be on tour October 1st.
On October 1st.
Stop it! Hey, what are you talking about? October 1st through the 9th.
Nice.
It's going to be a lot of fun, and hopefully we don't end up hating each other by the end of it, since we're all going to be cramped on a tour bus together.
That's
for a
gonna
week
suck for her.
straight. But I might see you there, and I might see you at VidCon. You won't see Ari. He's going to be at home.
I like all that art. If
Thanks
you guys
for
have
watching.
art,
Peace out,
send it to me.
gamers.
Go follow me on Instagram.
Say peace out.
All right, that's it.
Hey, blah.
All right, so that brought back like a lot of memories for me, because a lot of those games I actually played too. The SpongeBob game, the console game she talked about, and there was one other game she talked about that I used to play. And it brought back memories of other games that I played, like the Lilo and Stitch game. That game still, I wish I still had it. I don't think I have it anymore. That game got on my nerves a lot. Anyway, but this was a really cool video because it brought back a lot of good memories and just made me look back and say, man, as a kid, like some of these games were dumb, really dumb. I mean, not like the Marios and the Pokemon, but they were other ones, like off-brand ones, were like just dumb, but they were fun to play. Like they could burn up a whole hour and you wouldn't even notice it was an hour. So yeah, let me know if I should get that N64 and that game Smash Bros. Anyway, it was a lot of fun doing this reaction, and I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, click that subscribe button. Click that subscribe button. Sorry, my words got caught in my mouth. And that notification bell, and go follow me on Instagram. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.